Hang on a second, I just need to figure something out. Holy crap, SpongeBob is still on air? I started watching this show when I was like 11. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to figure out when I stopped watching it. Roll the opening. The first movie came out in 2004. Alright, so I figured out that I stopped watching SpongeBob around season 4, which was the season they aired after the first movie was released. And now apparently they're on season 11, which means that I have literally not seen half of this show. And it's been going for 18 years. Is it any good anymore? I remember it being kind of old when I stopped watching.
Regardless, not much seems to have changed. The movie introduced nothing particularly foreign to me. Okay, I'll take that back. It introduced a ton of extremely weird foreign things, but I don't think having seen the most recent seasons would have changed that. My guess is this dolphin makes as much sense if you're a fan of the show now as it would if you were a fan of the show 15 years ago. The movie starts with this pirate stealing a book from a skeleton and telling a story about SpongeBob and friends. The story is about Plankton trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Which is, of course, a completely fresh and original way for this movie to go.
He actually manages to do it, but the formula vanishes before Plankton or SpongeBob can grab it. No one believes that Plankton doesn't have it, apart from SpongeBob, who saves him and teams up with him to find the lost formula. He also sings a song about teamwork.
Okay, seriously, does modern SpongeBob just rehash plot points from back in the day, or is this movie just a callback to classic days? I'm actually asking. Someone leave me a comment and explain whether or not anything has changed in the apparent decade that this has gone on without my knowledge.
They build a time machine. Sure, why not? That happened once in the show too. And after some weird detours, they go back to when the formula was stolen just to steal the wrong bottle, making this entire segment completely pointless. SpongeBob offers to sacrifice himself to get the formula back using some extremely flawed logic, only for it to be put to a halt when everyone realizes that they can smell Krabby Patties, and like over an hour into the movie you get that bit I remember in the previews where they go see G and head up to the surface to confront the thief, who is the guy who was reading the story in the beginning. This movie is weird. It made me feel old, and not just because the collective time since I last watched it is probably longer than some of you have been alive. It actually made me think of a joke from, well, SpongeBob, back in the days when I was still a fan.
What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Well, it's funny you should, see, George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
And I suddenly realized, I'm the confused and frustrated elder in this situation. Is it me? What's wrong with kids today?
Alright, well, to be fair, this seems like a better representation of the show than the first movie did, but it's been a while, and honestly, that may just be because this movie rehashes so many things from the show. Live-action pirate telling a story? Check. Live-action segments containing no functional humor? Check. Plankton attempting to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula? Big old check. SpongeBob trying to help and reform him? Check. The only bits that are new are the parts in CG, and that's still debatable because there was definitely at least one episode where the main characters tried to be superheroes, and both the last movie and another episode had them venturing to the surface. The animation is nice enough, I guess. The live-action bits are okay, at least towards the end, when the characters themselves are in the real world, but as previously stated, they are by far the worst parts of the beginning.
Take it from us, he really does hate singing birds.
Just keep waiting. Please, Mr. Pirate, sir.
Basically, this movie feels like an overinflated episode, which makes for a very thin plot and a lot of nonsense, and I don't know if that makes it worse or better than the first movie, which felt like it was trying to do something different from the show for good or ill. Still, for a SpongeBob movie, I guess it's fine. I mean, I can't really call myself a fan of the show anymore because I've seen like a third of the episodes apparently. It seems SpongeBob-ish. It's not great, but it is SpongeBob.
So, a 5, I guess? Average?
Species. What could you know about taste? You get excited by a pile of trash on a plate. While I'm a space-time traveler.
New rule. Rapping spaced often automatically loses you 1 point off of your overall rating. And I pray to God that I never have to enforce this rule again. I'm the Animated Heroine. Thanks for watching.